Shredding, what is it? Let's do it. First, a quick disclaimer. This has to be done in moderation and on the right trails because it can really tear them up. So either do it on trails that can take it or bring your shovel and be prepared to dig. Corners are probably my favourite place to shred. Coming in hot, getting the bike sideways, gripping, and then getting fast to the corner is one of the best feelings ever. And this is a really good corner to do it on. It's nice and soft, it's covered in leaves, it's off camber, but on the outside there's a berm to catch me. But also this trail is covered in leaves, so I'm not really damaging the trail at all. I'm just wiping the leaves off the top. You might have a preferred way to turn to begin with, but practice both ways for maximum shreddage. You will crash at some point, so get padded up and be prepared to lose a bit of skin. Shredding jumps is all about getting the bike sideways in the air, whipping it, scrubbing it, moto style. Now it does take a lot of practice and a lot of experience to get the bike sideways in the air, but the best thing to do when you're trying to start this is find a hip jump where you've got to turn a little bit to get into landing, and that's where you get a really comfortable feel for turning off the takeoff. Look for the landing and try to flow through the air into it. Don't just hit the takeoff and turn, you need to be comfortable and relaxed on the bike. Scrubbing is all about keeping it low, fast and stylish, complete moto style. Whips is about going big and showing off. Landings are for squares. Much better just to send it to flat with style, to make it look like you're just going way too fast to try and land where all the other losers are landing. Be ready for a big impact and try and make sure you land straight and in control. Standing strong on the bike to let the bike do the work for you. Only recommended on hardtails if you're a superhero. This is going to give your bike a hard time, so it better be up to it. You need to have jumps and manuals now for this, of course, and be ready to hit the back brake. This is almost a perfect recipe for a loop out. Oh. Take off the jump and keep the front wheel higher than usual and go a bit faster than normal so that you land with the front wheel up slightly and your back wheel clears the knuckle. I like to keep it kind of flat and pump my legs into the landing to then make the front wheel rise to the balance point. Or alternatively, do a nose press on the table and that pops you into a nice manual on the landing. You're going to need a pretty solid bike setup when it comes to shredding hard and staying in control, well, most of the time. So by that I mean hard tyre pressure, something like 30 PSI in the rear, maybe slightly less than that up front. Also, you can think about adding volume spacers. So I've done that to my fork. I've now added one, so I've got 2 grey volume spacers inside there. Rear end on this canyon drive is pretty progressive anyway, so I've not done anything to that. A progressive suspension setup means that you can run your sag same as normal, so about 30% on the rear for me, slightly less than that up front, probably about 25%. So it's still good for the small bumps and for grip in turns, things like that. But then it gets progressive. The further you go into the travel, the harder it gets to compress. So it means that you don't wildly bottom out on those big hits, and it helps you stay in control. Whoa! You're never too old to shred it. Make sure you send us your send of the weeks to the Dirt Shed Show using the uploader. If you want to see a wicked video of Blake shredding it last year at Darkfest, over there, thumbs up for shredders, hit the sub button.